morning, friends. We have about 3 minutes before the official start of our Mandala Universes. We have just since Friday migrated here, day 3 on YouTube. We have been meeting for over 5 years on Instagram every morning here on the west coast of the United States at 8 a.m. Central, 10 East Coast, 11 on over into the UK where it's late afternoon, into Europe, Africa where it is early evening, and then all around the world. So if you found yourself here, welcome. There's a mysterious plus sign on the bottom. I'm going to touch it and see what happens. Oh, I can start a poll or I can start a Q&A. That's okay. Carol, yay! It's working. I've been waiting for a chat to come up. Yay, glad to see you. You and your handy wrench and your queen's crown. It's all there. How are you today? Yeah, we've got a few more minutes. One more minute. One more minute and a wiggly puppy. Oof. Sita's in her kitty cupboard. We're all here. Good morning, Kathy. Yeah, I understand being nervous. It was very nervous. I'm doing this on my phone, so that seemed pretty straightforward. It seems like it's a few more steps if you go on your computer. So I just was like, yeah, I'm not going to try that today. Oh, we have various people saying hello. Well, hello to various people. What happens if I do this? Yeah. And this. Okay. Good morning, Amy. So in the minutes that I was here before our crew, I did explain what we do. Yeah, fun. Sup, dude. Interesting. Yeah, you too, Axiom. Have a good day. How are you all? How are you all doing today? I don't know how I'm feeling. Oh, great. Thanks, Kathy. I am. I think I had so much anxiety about getting this to work that that was really sort of running my set of feelings to get started today. Good morning, Cheryl Ann. I'm glad you're here. And Kathy, it would be great if you put into our separate leaders how a second person can be that monitor during someone else's live. So the live person can be living and the monitor person can be, handing out hall passes as needed. Appreciate that. So we're here on YouTube, successfully migrating from Instagram, where we have only half the number, not even quite half the number of followers to go live. So we will prevail. And that's what we're doing. So my name's Cheryl. I'm sorry. So there's all these little emoji things flying up the side. And it's the way the chat is coming in. It's just a little bit different. Claudia called it out that it's actually quite similar, and actually is quite similar, but just different enough that my brain is dashing from left to right and just trying to figure it out. And I need to put tape over my screen because I don't do well with moving video. Yeah, right. So, and here I am being a moving video, scrambling my little brain cells. It's 8:03. We're at our Mandala Universes, and we meet every day. We've been doing this for more than 5 years now. We hold space, we check in, we ground, and then we draw mandalas. And a mandala is a circle. It's a Sanskrit word for circle. And into that, we put whatever is arising for us today, what is in our mind, body, mind, heart, mind, awareness, whatever needs to come out onto the page. So we draw, we might just listen sometimes, watch, arrange sticks and stones in the sand. Za makes amazing mandalas in the sand. But it's our way to express, and then we might shape that with anything that could be coming up in that as an I am willing statement. So something that might be taken as an intention for the day. Hi, Alina. I don't know if you've been here when I have led, but it's probably your Instagram and your YouTube are different because I kind of think I know who you are. But that's going to be another one. Yeah, right? We know each other by our handles a bit. So just was changing the light. I moved my coffee table, which had all the art supplies, because I like to actually sit on the floor or on a zafu, on a meditation cushion, and draw from there. But somehow I'd set it up that all the art supplies were on the sofa side. So I'm not sure if this is the best place to lead from, but I have handy access to my supplies. So we'll just see how that all works out. Thanks, Mark. Really appreciate that. So the comments are, I'm loving the ones from you. Checking in happy, says Deb. Concert with my oldest Oregon friend. And who did you go see? Because you said that it was going to be a mystery. Hello, Alicia. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, my first time on YouTube. My first time on YouTube. So, yeah, if anyone else has check-ins, yeah, we're getting some hellos back and forth. Apparently, when we save the chat, when we just save this now, the chat will come in. So, definitely say all your hellos to each other, but I might not read those out loud because you'll get to see just who loves you so much when you, if you watch the replay. And for those in watching the replay later, you will get to see all the chat. So that's, oh, you saw what Waxahachie? I just discovered them in a bookstore the other day, and so totally fabulous, right? Was it great? So I'm gonna scroll back if I can do that. Yes, I can. And just catch up on these chats. Pamela is checking in sleepy and relaxed. And Susanna is here. I'm so glad. Hi, is this a replay? Can you see me here? Yes, I can see you here, Susanna. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. And Sherilyn is checking in a little fuzzy. And Pamela is congratulating you or just saying, hi, Susanna, you found it. Lots of highs to you. So, yes, a big, big welcome to you. Big, big hugs to everyone. Just intense gratitude for everyone. Really, it's making an effort. I was actually reflecting this morning as I was getting ready, because I've had a lot of stuff going on in my world as well, but on the Four Noble Truths in Buddhism. So this is, sort of like the first teaching is, the very first teaching is that in this life there is suffering. Fact. It does not say that life is suffering. So I want to really clarify that one, because sometimes gets translated that way. And knowing various Sanskrit scholars, it has been clarified to me by them that it says in this life there is suffering. So yeah, sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. But we're really good. And actually, the words are sukha and dukkha, like, so, dukkha is like dissatisfactory, and it literally translates as a wheel that is not turning on the round. So, yeah, sometimes we get a flat tire, but we're really good at kind of hanging on to it, picking at the scab. One of the analogies is, refusing to get the medicine or to have the treatment to have the arrow removed before we knew who sent the arrow. Like, we can just get on with it and, not have to cling to that state. And of course it says the cause of suffering is clinging. So as we know from our great friend Rilke that, no feeling is final. But at the same time, especially when the feeling is good, we want it to be the final feeling. We want to just hang on to that goodness. And when it's terrible, we want to run away, forgetting the fact that it will too pass. So I was thinking about that a lot, just getting ready. It's just, this challenge of moving to a new platform, feeling challenged by that, the grief of change, because we're so used to a certain way of being able to do this and having the grief around that. So yeah, that's sort of where, I don't know if it's a feeling, certainly a check-in of the inside of my brain this morning. And it's probably at 8:11 a really good time to do a little bit of grounding. And let's see if there's any more check-ins. Yeah, and Deb is saying Waxahachie is definitely worth adding to your playlist. I would say yes, indeed. And various adjoining artists. They also have a separate band called Plains, which is equally fabulous. If you're not already listening to Nico Case, Brandy Carlisle. There's also First Aid Kit. They have the most beautiful voices. Yeah, a whole bunch of bands sort of in that female voices festival circuit kind of cool kids. They're way too cool for me, but I like listening to them. And Suzanne is saying she's glad she found us. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, Michelina is feeling shifted toward positive perspectives and openness. And Amy saying, hi, Skyle and Alicia. So happy to see everyone on YouTube. Cindy just made it. I'm not seeing Skyle. Oh, I think I do. I see Moxie Studio. Yes, okay. Hi. I guessed that for you before I saw your name at the end. Grounding. I'm sitting on the ground with a puppy in my lap, so I'm not going to rearrange my legs, but I am going to concentrate on what is touching the floor. And just really settling into feeling supported. And then from that support of the floor, and that floor is built onto walls. I'm on the 5th floor, so onto walls and ceilings that eventually go down into a foundation. That foundation is based on the earth. Here in my neighborhood, we're actually on bedrock. We're quite safe in this West Coast earthquake lands. But imagine just all the way down. Be it the floor beneath you, if you know that there's ground beneath you, maybe you're sitting outside. Know that the earth is underneath and supporting you. And from that support, find your seat. If you're lying down, you can feel your whole body being held. If you're standing, your feet up into the bowl of the pelvis. And out of the bowl of the pelvis arises the spine, growing tall. The breath can bring it tall. A little muscular effort. I'm going to lift my shoulders up, back, and down, opening up the front of the chest, right through the collarbones, letting more space for air, for energy. Crown of the head growing tall, upward. Maybe the chin sinks back slightly towards the throat, lengthening the back of the neck. The hands rest gently. Your gaze can come to a single point. Or you might want to close your eyes. I'll be right back. And letting your breath grow more and more full. If that's a longer exhale, that will calm the nervous system. If there's a sigh, anything that needs to be let go. And I just have a tiny reading for you. And so if you're feeling grounded, feeling tall, elongated, full breath, see if there is any way to be maybe 10%, 1%, 0.5% taller, 0.5%, 10% more grounded, more at ease. And if not, that's fine too. This is from this beautiful book, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse. Such pretty, pretty imagery. It says, being kind to yourself is one of the greatest kindnesses, said the mole. We often wait for kindness, but being kind to yourself can start now, said the mole. Being kind to yourself is one of the greatest kindnesses, said the mole. We often wait for kindness, but being kind to yourself can start now, said the mole. Being kind to yourself is one of the greatest kindnesses, said the mole. We often wait for kindness, but being kind to yourself can start now, said the mole. And utmost kindness, we can come to the page. So if you have been here before, and you have, you know what we do. We draw a circle. We draw that circle with the breath, an in-breath and out-breath. These are just, mine are usually super quick flashes of colors, of shapes. The timing of our get-together means that for me. But most of us keep ours in journals or notebooks, and in breath, out breath, maybe round and around and around, and then it could be images, it could be realistic, it could be abstract, it could be color, it could be words, it could be inside the circle, outside the circle, it could be a million circles. It's yours. We can still share these at our Mandala Universes on Instagram. So if you do want to post that, I'll go over there today at some point and post those up. They'll stay over there floating around for 24 hours after they go up. And they just need to be tagged at our Mandala Universes. I'm going to back up and catch up on some comments here as I don't know if this is the same as on the way the sound picks up on YouTube, that like moving pencils and drawing makes a tremendous amount of noise. It's actually some soothing noises. The other day, Nicolene and I and Leticia, we went to Arch. It's art and drafting supply store here in the city. And they had an after hours party. So the store was closed, although there were employees there, so you could buy stuff. And it was letter writing. So they had every kind of stationery and washi tape and stickers and stamps. They also had 4 vintage manual typewriters. And everyone who was there spent some time typing. And I have to tell you that was one of the most soothing sounds. It was so remarkable. Just what a comforting sound that was. And I know, a lot of coders have like noisy keyboards. Not the same at all, because part of the noise is actually the stamps hitting the roll. So just the little analog mechanical sounds. I don't know, totally excited me that thinking about sounds paper. But it was super fun. Let's see, feeling shifted towards positive perspectives and openness. Hi, Skyle and Alicia, so happy to see everyone on YouTube, says Amy. The Wailing Jennies are awesome too. Yeah, Carol. Cindy! Is the daily link in Insta Stories helping folks get here? Oh, well, that's a question to answer, folks. And Deb says, yes, it's a good way for me to refer others. Oh, interesting, says Deb. Deb says that her population at work, her colleagues, are, or even maybe your patients, are more comfortable with YouTube. And McLean is saying it was soothing to type and to listen to the typing of others. And Cindy's saying hi to everyone. Yeah, it's 8:22, so we still have plenty of time. because it was technically yesterday morning at about 6:55 was the full moon, the sturgeon moon. We are fogged in. So I didn't get to see it, although the nights before the moon was really extraordinary. Just as lovely, as I was saying the other day in the chat. Really, really, really pretty, pale, like sweet corn. Yeah, it was just really lovely. I see the full moon when the moon is in that part of the sky from my windows. I don't get to watch the moon the whole cycle. I suppose if I got it early enough, I could see the setting moon, but I actually have to go outside in the dark to see some of the other phases. So then when I'm home in the evening and see the moon, it's always like, oh, hi. Hi, friend. Didn't see you for a while. And Carol was saying that, yes, there's definitely sound, but it's pleasant. Okay, since I should have stopped a while ago, I'm stopping now. See what this dries into. Oh, today is Sunday, the 10th of August. I forgot to say that. And Deb is asking if there is a Zoom meeting after Circle today, or was she wrong about that? I do believe there is. I believe there's a link to the Zoom in the text stream. I'm not sure which one. I think Pamela set it up. I cannot be there. I have to go to work. Yeah, Pamela says the leaders meet today after Mandala, and then Zoom link is in our leaders group text. So there's two streams going. So, Pamela, if you want to clarify which one of those. One has two red circles. So is it the one with two red circles or not the one with two red circles? It's my best way to be able to distinguish those without looking at them at the moment. Sunday, 10th of August, 2025. And it's 8:29. Somehow time just bent in the way that it suddenly got very fast. If anyone has something that has come up in their mandala today, go ahead and put that in the chat. That can be a way to maybe shape that into an intention for the day, or just some words that might be coming up. Looking at mine and telling you about my reflections this morning. One of the key things in that Buddhist teaching on the Four Noble Truths is the fourth truth, and that there is a way through it. There is a way. So, yeah, Michelina says kindness. And when we're kind to ourselves, it ripples outward. Secret. Setting kindness within my wheel. Yeah. Maybe truing the wheels with kindness. Deb, you just gave me my words. I didn't have words. Okay, so the technical thread is red circles, and the group text is with the new logo for the leaders. And it starts at 8:30. So it's 8:31. You've already started. And yay, we did it. So thank you all, because this has been, it takes a village to migrate over here. And I'm just grateful for everyone's patience, support, love. Have a really wonderful rest of your day and a good meeting. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I have to figure out what to do next.